Let us see the first charge transport mechanism in semiconductors, organic semiconductors. Okay. As per our previous classes, we know well, either double bond or two double bonds or three double bonds, we will be having HOMO and LUMO. Okay, what is HOMO? Highest occupied molecular orbital, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. The gap between this HOMO and LUMO will be giving us the band gap. Okay, energy gap, that is known as Fermi level. Okay, so now electron will be exciting from ground state, that is HOMO to LUMO. Okay, this the electron spin is in here, you see, opposite. So now spin is opposite means the total multiplicity or spin quantum number of this thing is 0, and it is called singlet. Spin is reverted or it was inverted. What will happen? S will become 1. S will become 1. So now S is becoming 1. What will happen to the multiplicity? 2s plus 1. It is a triplet. Okay. Singlet ground state HOMO and singlet state S1 and triplet. Okay. This is what happens during the excitation. Okay. During the excitation. Okay. Now let us introduce three important new words. Soliton and polaron. Okay, so what is a soliton and what is a polaron? We know well already, we are considering electron is having wave nature. Okay, if one electron is having a wave nature with a particular amplitude, okay, so let us assume one wave, and another electron is having another wave. As per our LCAO-MO theory, if both are constructed and destructed, what will happen? The amplitude of the wave will change. During the collision or during the addition, during the subtraction, what will happen? Either addition will result higher amplitude, maybe phase is same. If phase is opposite, addition leads to the lesser amplitude, or it will be giving 0 amplitude. Now, how we can define this soliton? Less a solitary wave which preserves, which retains its shape and speed. Okay, during the addition of another wave. Okay, this is what soliton. What is a soliton? It is a solitary wave which retains or preserves its shape and speed. That is known as soliton. What is a soliton? Soliton is a solitary wave which preserves its shape and speed in a collision or in a addition or in a subtraction by another wave. Okay, you see that soliton means, okay, otherwise we will write this. Yes, see that this is an amplitude of wave. Okay, and it is a solitary wave. Let us, okay, we know electron has both natures. What are those? Wave nature and particle nature. Okay, now the same thing, let us assume another wave. If it is mixing with this, what happens? We know this is an amplitude. Okay, what is this? This is an amplitude. And this, yes, you see that. What is this? This is is an amplitude. Okay. This is an amplitude, either trough or crest. Okay. It is not an equalized wave. Okay. Since we are drawing manually. Okay. We have not taken any exact thing. Okay. And then what will happen due to the construction or due to the addition of these both or due to the destruction of these both, what will happen? It will not change its, let us assume this is an soliton. Okay. And it will not change its shape and its speed. That is what the soliton. Have you understand now? We are assuming that electron is having wave nature. Okay. For one electron, what we are writing the wave, solitary wave, and if it is combining with another solitary wave, what will happen? It will not change its shape. It will not change its shape and it will not change its speed. It will be propagating, it will be going, keep on. Okay. But shape will be, a resultant thing will be same. Maybe it will be like this. If both are combining, what will happen? It will be giving like this. Let me check. It was not changed its shape and speed. Okay. This is the resultant wave because two amplitudes. Okay. Two waves are adding. This is the one way. If it is adding in another way, if suppose this thing is in opposite. Yes. If it is like this. Okay. What will happen? That means during the formation of bonding molecular orbital, a soliton, if you see this, if it is happened like this, what will happen? A resultant thing will be like this. How the shape? Shape will be like this. And yes, now you see that it has changed its shape. Yes, like this. There is no amplitude because of this destruction. Positive thing is mixed with a negative thing, and negative thing is mixed with positive thing. That is the reason it is nullifying its amplitude. It is now there is no shape. See that this is not a soliton. Okay. Let us see the diagrammatic representation of the soliton. Okay. How we will define a soliton first. Okay. See, due to the homolytic cleavage of bond, we are getting free radicals. Let us assume maybe some isopropyl group is there at this point. It was broken, and isopropyl group, isopropyl free radical will go out, and it is giving us this fragment. Okay. Now, what is this? This dot indicates electron. Okay. This dot indicates electron. It is a free radical. Okay. It is a single electron. We don't have any charge in this species. Okay. Now, how we are defining this soliton? Okay. This is a neutral soliton. Neutral soliton means there is no charge. There is no charge. That is what we are writing. Q is equal to 0 and spin is there. Spin is off. Spin is off and Q is equal to 0. And in between our VB and CB, or in between our phi and phi star, in between our BMO and ABMO, we are having a boundary state which is having a single electron. Okay, this is called a soliton. Okay, what is a soliton? A carbon with neutral charge. It doesn't have any charge, and one unpaired electron. One unpaired electron, if it is there, that is called neutral soliton. Okay, what is the neutral soliton? A carbon with 0 charge and one unpaired electron is known as neutral soliton. I hope you understand this. Now, let us see positive soliton. What is a positive soliton? A carbon with positive charge and it doesn't have any unpaired electron. This is known as a positive soliton. You see here, there is no electron. There is no unpaired electron. Okay. There is no unpaired electron in the BB or CB or in between. Okay. So now, what we call it? Positive soliton. Charge is positive, but spin is 0. Okay. This is called positive soliton. Okay. And negative soliton. See that? Either you can write 2 dots or negative charge, but in this case, we have written both. Here, in negative soliton, it has only negative charge. It doesn't have any unpaired electron. Unpaired electron. A carbon atom with a negative charge, but there is no unpaired electrons or unpaired spins. That is known as negative soliton. Okay. What is a soliton? Soliton is an first definition of the soliton. It is a solitary wave which preserves its shape and speed with addition of another solitary wave. That is known as a soliton. Now, solitons are classified, or solitons still we can classify into 3 types. One is neutral soliton, positive soliton, and negative soliton. Okay. Positive soliton is having only positive charge. Negative soliton is having only negative charge. Neutral soliton, it does not have any charge, but it has unpaired electron. Okay. This is the difference between all these 3 solitons. Now, let us introduce another word called polaron. What is this polaron? Polaron is an bound state. It is a combination of charged soliton and neutral soliton. See that what is charged soliton? Either it may be positive or negative. Okay. And neutral soliton. And that means unpaired electron. Positive charge and unpaired electron is coming on the piece or on the skeleton. It is known as polaron. Okay. What is the polaron? Polaron is a combination of charged soliton. What is charged soliton? Either positive soliton or negative soliton. It may be anything. And neutral soliton. What is neutral soliton? Neutral soliton is this. It has unpaired electron. It has unpaired electron. Okay. Positive or polaron can be defined. It is a bound state of charged soliton plus neutral soliton. Both the things. Let us see the example for polaron. Okay. First case, it is a neutral soliton here. Okay, it is a neutral soliton. In second case, it has a negative soliton, and third case, it is a positive soliton. If you come to the polaron, along with the charge, negative charge, if you are having an electron, unpaired electron, it is known as negative polaron. And positive charge with negative unpaired electron, if it is, that is called positive polaron. Okay. Here, there is no neutral, you see here polaron, because it is a bound state of charged soliton and unpaired electron. Okay. Both the things it should. That means soliton is 3 types: negative, neutral, positive. Polaron is a positive polaron and negative polaron. How the VBCB diagram or energy diagram of this negative soliton? You see the negative soliton, it has 2 electrons at the 1 carbon, and it has a spin, unpaired electron. Okay, this is called, both the things we are representing here. 2 electrons are there in between. Yes, that is indicates this negative charge, and unpaired electron is this. Okay, all 3 electrons we are, these 2 and 1. This is called a negative polaron. And if you come to the positive polaron, only positive charge. That means there is no electron in 1, and 1 unpaired electron is there. That is what we are indicating. Okay, this is a positive polaron. Okay. First, what we have defined a soliton. What is a soliton? Soliton is a solitary wave which retains its shape and speed due to the combination of another solitary wave. Okay. Soliton is three types: a neutral soliton, a positive soliton, and this is a neutral soliton. You see that we have only unpaired electron. Okay. And here we have only charge. Charge means we have removed this electron. The positive charge means this unpaired electron was removed and we are getting a positive charge. And here you see that two electrons are there here. Two electrons are there. Since this soliton we are expressing whether spin is there or not, here S minus we have indicated. You see that S minus. Here S neutral, it is S. You see electron, one free radical. H0, yes. One S, one electron is there, no electron, and two electrons are there. That is what S minus we have here. Okay. If you are writing yes, and you can write two electrons at this. If you are not writing yes, you can write two electrons on the red line. Okay. A polaron. If you come to the definition of polaron, what is the polaron? It is an charged state of soliton and neutral soliton. For polyacetylene, okay, this is the neutral soliton. Up to now, we have seen diagrammatically and theoretical definition, visual representation of the soliton and polaron. Let us go for now the skeleton, a polyacetylene skeleton. It is neutral soliton. You see that neutral soliton will move, okay, throughout the skeleton. That neutral soliton we are indicating like this. Okay, we are indicating like this. And positive soliton means we are removing this electron. Okay. Negative soliton means one more electron is coming and we are two electrons will be there. I hope you, with this, you have understand what is soliton, what is positive soliton, and what is negative soliton. Okay. Let us see what is a polaron first. A polaron is a bound state of combination of positive soliton and neutral soliton, and a negative soliton and neutral soliton. Okay, that combination of these both the things we call it as polaron. A polaron, if it is having positive charge, it is a positive polaron. If it is having negative charge, negative polaron. Okay. And what is meant by bipolaron? If two negative charges are there on the carbons, that is called negative bipolaron. And what is positive bipolaron? This is positive bipolaron. Okay. See that we are having only charge, two charges. Here we are having only two charges. There is no question of here. You see that unpaired electron here, but it is a bipolaron. It is a bipolaron. Positive polaron means we are adding chlorine, 7th group element. What it does, it will take one electron from this carbon, terminal carbon, and it forms positive charge. And one electron will be there here. And this electron will react with this carbon electron, and again it will form double bond, and this free electron will be shifting to this carbon. Again, this free electron will be forming a bond with this, and it will be. And again, this electron and this electron will be forming bond, and it will be forming free electron. We have missed here, we have not written one intermediate here, but it will. Okay, it is not. And again, this electron and this electron will form double bond, and this carbon will get. What is this now? Positive polaron. And what is this? Negative polaron. Okay, on this positive polaron or negative polaron, let us. And this is a trans polyacetylene. Okay. What is this? This is a trans polyacetylene. we have written now trans polyester. Okay. And in every place, there will be double bond here. Alternatively, how many double bonds are there? 4 double bonds. This is trans polyester. Once if you oxidize this, what happens? I am using an oxidizing agent, iodine. Okay. What I use? Iodine here. Iodine will take an electron from any one of these double bonds. Let us assume from this carbon it is taking. From this carbon it is taking. Okay. Now what I will write, this carbon will have positive charge. Yes. Okay. And this carbon will have an electron. Okay. Yes. Now this is called polaron. Okay. What is this? This is called polaron. Okay. Previously we have in our thing, even the separation between this positive charge and this electron may be here or anywhere throughout the skeleton, polyacetylene skeleton. If it is there somewhere, even it is a not only this, even like this also. What we assume now, what we write, yes, this with positive charge and even if it is here, the electron is at here, what will be the thing now? This is also called polaron. Okay, both are same only. Okay, both are same only. Why? It is delocalizing from one place to another place. Okay, irrespective of the difference or the distance between this positive charge and free electron, both are what? Polarons. What are these? These are polarons. What is this? Positive polaron. Okay, positive polaron. Have you? And this is positive polaron. Now, for this, once again, we will be adding our iodine. 2 more moles. 1 mole of iodine we have added. Now, second mole we are. Let us, if we are adding second mole to this or to this, what will happen? Let us assume if our iodine is removing electron from this carbon, okay, let us assume if it is removing particularly selectively this, what is this now? Positive bipolaron. Okay, what is this? Positive bipolaron. Positive bipolaron. Okay, this is positive polaron and this is positive bipolaron. And positive bipolaron for this also, it may be like this also. It may be this one also. Okay. Any shape, you can write the polaron for this or even for this also. Yes, this positive charge, here it is there. Okay, this is also positive bipolaron. Okay. And positive bipolaron. And this is also positive bipolaron. Okay. And positive bipolaron, and this is not a positive bipolar ion. We have written wrongly here, positive polar ion only this is, okay. And this is also positive polar ion, okay. And what is the difference between positive polar ion and negative polar ion? And this iodine, here you are writing one more iodine, okay, I2. Okay, students, it is a positive bipolar ion. And don't assume that it will be selectively removing the same electron. Let us assume if it is removing from another place, what will happen? Let us see. Maybe in, okay, let us see in another page, what will happen. If it is not removing this electron, okay, if it is not removing this electron, you see that if even though it is delocalizing, I told you it is a weak bond, we can ionize easily, like an ionization this is, okay. So oxidation or reduction is nothing but addition or removal. That is what we are doing, okay. And one more thing, let us assume how this is forming. Let us see the mechanism. We'll remove any one of the thing and let us see how this was formed. Even though an electron is removed at the another place, how this terminal will be, this one will be formed. Let us see the explanation, okay. Let us, our iodine is removing electron from this place, okay. Which place? From this place. Let us, if it is removing from this carbon, okay, what will happen? This carbon will get positive charge. This is an extra, yes. This carbon is getting positive charge and this electron, where we are getting one electron to this. What will happen? This electron and this electron will come together and it will form a double bond. Let us, it is forming a double bond, and here one electron will be here, one electron will be there. And this electron and either this electron, what will happen? You may, you see that here there is no electron at this point. Here this electron and this electron will be localizing to another. It will be forming a bond. What will happen? This electron and this electron will form a bond. And we are removing the charge or free electron. Okay. This is how it will form bipolar ion. You see that. Either if it is bipolar ion, either this is also bipolar ion and this is also bipolar ion. And this is also, if you remove electron from this place, that is also bipolar ion. Okay. This is about formation of positive bipolar ion and positive polar ion. And let us go to the negative polar ion and negative bipolar ion. Okay. Now this is a trans polyacetylene. What we do, we are adding sodium to this. Sodium metal, if you are adding, what will happen? The sodium will give one electron to the any one of these things. Okay. Let us assume if it is giving electron to this carbon or this carbon, let us. If it is giving electron to that carbon, what it will become? Okay, this carbon has already one electron and this carbon has one electron. Now, this carbon will get two electrons. Okay. And this double bond will not be here. And here one electron will be there. That electron I am writing it the, instead of writing two dots, I am writing it in a negative charge. Negative charge. Okay. See that this is a negative polaron. What is this? This is called a negative polaron. And this negative polaron, if we are using another sodium, what happens? And let us assume this electron and this electron gone, and it is forming double bond. And this free electron will be going to this carbon and this again double bond. And finally, it will be reaching to that. Okay, let us. A double bond we are writing for this. And there won't be any electron at this point now, because it forms already bond. And this bond was replaced with, here one dot will be there. And this dot and this electron will form double bond. And this double bond will go, here double dot will be there. This dot and this dot, it will form a double bond. And this will go, and here finally you get a free radical, that is dot. Yes. Now this is a negative polaron, and for this negative polaron, if you are adding another sodium atom, 2 mole, second mole of sodium, if it is added at this point, what will happen? What will happen? This carbon will get now a negative charge. Okay, one more electron it will, no? Sodium is giving one electron to that. What will happen? It will get 2 electrons on the same carbon. Instead of that, what I write this negative charge. Now, and this is what negative bipolaron. Okay, what is this? See, we have seen the formation of polaron, and we have seen the formation of negative polaron, negative bipolaron. Okay, positive polaron and positive bipolaron. Okay. Students, I hope you understand negative bipolaron. Okay, it is not a negative polaron, it is a negative bipolaron. It has 2 charges. Okay, see that this is a negative bipolaron formation from the trans-polyacetylene. We have introduced soliton, polaron, positive polaron, negative polaron, neutral soliton, positive soliton, and negative soliton. Now let us, if you are having any doubts, please let me know.